Hello students, welcome in our history class. So class 9 history chapter 1 the French Revolution we are discussing. In our last video we have discussed that how France becomes a constitutional monarchy, and today I'll discuss and we are going to study that how France abolishes monarchy, means remove monarchy, and it becomes a republic. Okay, now as the powers of Louis XVI was limited and powers were separated, King Louis XVI, he thought that he was a king, so all the powers should be in his own hands. Then why he is going to share his powers, and why he is going to obey and follow the constitution? Now, as before he was so powerful, whatever he wants he did, but now he could not. So, he secretly planned with the king of Prussia, present day is Germany. Now, what did he plan? King Louis XVI, he planned with the king of Prussia to overthrow National Assembly, okay, to overthrow National Assembly. So Louis XVI did a secret negotiation, means a type of agreement, and the king of Prussia also agreed to this proposal of Louis XVI, and other neighboring rulers like Austria also helped him, nearby rulers. Okay, now why those other kings or the rulers, they were helping Louis XVI? What was the reason behind? Let's see. Because in France, people started protesting and revolting against the king, that is Louis XVI, as they were inspired and they become aware of their rights. And so King Louis XVI's powers were limited and he comes under the control of National Assembly. So other rulers like King of Prussia, Austria and some neighboring rulers, they were getting scared. If the citizens might protest in their countries too, just like France, and king's power will be limited now. So what will happen? And that is why they were getting too much scare and fear. So all these kings, they went into secret negotiation and they planned to overthrow or remove the National Assembly. So they made plan to send their troops or the soldiers in France and overthrow the National Assembly. And they are going to rule according to their own wish, and there will be monarchical rule, means king's rule again in France. Okay, this was their plan. But this happiness of kings does not last long. Why? Because here we'll see, before this could happen, okay, this plan of those king becomes successful, before that only National Assembly declared war against Prussia and Austria, and National Assembly voted in 1792 to declare war, and 745 members, they voted, means they agreed to declare war against this conspiracy of the king. But how? Now you'll see 1000 of volunteers, person who takes part or work, okay, who joined the army from the provinces, means area or location within the country. Okay, so it seems as they were fighting for their own country, for the citizens, and as patriotic and nationalist sentiments arose among them. Now what were the ideas of these people? They thought that as we join the army to save our country, to save the people from these brutal kings or the aristocrats, and it will be a good opportunity for them, as they could also save the citizens of Austria and Prussia and also other neighboring countries. Okay. Now they will remove the system of monarchy or the king from all over the Europe, and they were thinking that let's finish the rule of the king and get freedom fully. So they, means those people, they sang a patriotic song which is known as Merciless. Okay, so this song was composed by Roger D. Lyle. Okay, so Merciless was the song which was sung by sung by those volunteers, okay, who were actually protesting against the brutal rule of the king. Here you'll see Merciless, okay. It comes for 1 marks. What is known as Merciless, or what does Merciless mean? Okay. So this is actually a patriotic song which was sung by those volunteers. Okay. And now Merciless is the national anthem of France. Okay. Now is the national anthem of France. Next. Okay, one more thing, that why the song's name was Merciless? Because the volunteers, they sung this song and went through Merciless. Merciless is the name of the place, and through this place volunteers went along singing this song. Okay, that is why the name is given as Merciless. Then the army, they attacked and defeated the king of Prussia, okay, and Austria. So in this way the secret plan of the king totally failed. So before this plan, and the war, the people of France had made King Louis XVI as constitutional monarchy, okay. But after this war, the people were full of anger, aggressive, okay, and now they were thinking to remove the king. But how? How it could happen? Now this revolution, it further demanded greater political equality, that is voting rights, to the weaker section like the poor peasants, farmers, laborers and landless laborers. Now they participated in the revolution or the protest against the king. So they felt as empowered. So they demanded more political equality like voting rights to be given to the weaker sections of the society. As a result, different political groups were formed by the people to discuss government plan, policies, how to make improvement in it. So they were presenting their demands in this group. Now one of such prominent or famous club was formed, which is known as Jacobins Club. Okay. So French society was becoming revolutionary society day by day. Okay. So this thing is understood by all of you children, that how this France become a republic, that is the head of the France now will be elected by the people and not any king or dictator. Okay. So here we have discussed about that how king plan for secret negotiation failed and National Assembly declared war, people joined the army, they defeated Austria and Prussia, and monarchy system was abolished, means removed. Okay, so France will become a republic. And next, what is now next we'll see about the Jacobins Club. Okay, and what is the role of the Jacobins Club and who were included in the Jacobins Club, means who were the members of Jacobins Club. And also we'll see that what kind of punishment was given to King Louis XVI by the citizens of France. Okay, now let's see. Jacobins Club, okay? What is this? It is actually a political club, a very famous political club which emerged during that time period. Okay, it belonged mainly to the less prosperous sections of the society, and that means here no rich monarch or the nobles or the rich persons, aristocrats, they were not included in this club. Okay, and here only who were included or who were the members, like small shopkeepers, artisans such as shoemakers, pastry cooks, watchmakers, printers, as well as servants, daily wage workers, they were included in this Jacobins Club. And the leader of Jacobins Club was Maximilian Robespierre. Okay, and a large group among the Jacobins, they decided to start wearing long striped trousers similar to those worn by the dock workers. Okay, so this was their dress code, and this was to set themselves apart from the fashionable sections of the society, especially the nobles. Okay, those who wore knee breeks. Okay, now it is a way of proclaiming the end of the power which was wielded by the wearers of knee breeks, okay, which was mostly worn by the rich nobles. So they were just opposite, okay, we can say they were anti to those nobles, okay. The members of Jacobins Club, they were wearing a different type of dress. You can see in the picture, it's given over here, okay, this type of dress. That is long striped trousers, okay. And these Jacobins came to be known as sans-culottes, okay. Who were known as sans-culottes? The members of Jacobins Club, okay. Sans-culottes. Now what is the literal meaning of sans-culottes? It means those without knee breeks, okay, those without knee breeks. And also they were wearing red cap, okay, which is a symbol of liberty, but women, they were not allowed to do so, okay. So this is also very important, children, about Jacobins Club. Write a short note on Jacobins Club, or who was the leader of Jacobins Club, and who were included or who were the members of Jacobins Club. Okay, so you just go through this Jacobins Club. Okay, this is also very important. Now, in the summer of 1792, the Jacobins, they planned an insurrection of a large number of Parisians who were angered by the short supply and the high prices of food. Okay, so here the Jacobins, they planned an insurrection. They planned to solve this problem. Okay, as in the society there was short supply and high prices of food. So on the morning of August 10, this members of Jacobins Club, they stormed, means they attacked the palace of Tuileries and massacred the king's guard, okay, attacked them and held the king himself as hostage for several hours, okay, arrested the king. And later on the assembly voted to imprison the royal family. The whole, means the entire royal family, were arrested and elections were held. From now on, it was declared that all men of 21 years of age and above, regardless of wealth, they got the right to vote. Okay, so this was declared over here. Next, the newly elected assembly was known as convention, and on 21st September 1792, it abolished the monarchy. Okay, this year must remember this date, 21st September 1792. Okay, it abolished the monarchical system or the king's rule, and it declared France as a republic. So republic is a form of government where the people can choose or elect the government, including the head of the government. So there will be no hereditary monarchy from now on, it was declared. Okay, Later on, let's see what punishment Louis XVI got. Louis XVI was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of treason. Okay, treason means betrayal, as he betrayed with his own country, right? He uh, he had secretly planned a type of conspiracy. He entered into a secret negotiation with the kings of Prussia and other neighboring rulers. So he betrayed with his own country. So on this charges he was sentenced to death. And on 21st Jan 1793 he was executed publicly, okay, at Place de la Concorde. And the Queen Marie Antoinette, she too met with the same fate, means she too was given the same kind of punishment. Okay, Louis XVI and his wife, that is Queen Marie Antoinette. Okay, both were sentenced to death. Okay. So this was clear, children. I hope all of you have understood this concept, as we have gone through how France becomes a constitutional monarchy and it abolishes monarchy and it becomes a republic. So this is clear to all of you, children. In our next video, we'll go for the reign of terror. That is the time period of fear and scare among the people. Okay, and why it is known as reign of terror, we will go through. Okay. So thank you, children, for watching the video. Until then, study well and prepare yourself for the test. Okay, so study well and prepare yourself for the test and go through the text properly. Okay, thank you.